I watched my parents dump a wooden crate into the river and walk away. When I ran closer, I heard a faint noise coming from inside. Can you believe I once witnessed my parents, these pillars of virtue everyone in Franklin looked up to, standing by a creek, letting a small wooden box drift away? At first, I thought it was some quiet memorial for Lucia, my sister, who had died just days before. But as I followed that creek, my heart hammering, and found the box caught on the bank, I bent down, opened the lid, and my entire world imploded. What was inside didn't just stun me, it made me realize the honor our family, the Beaumonts, had always prided itself on was built on an unforgivable sin. What the hell happened next? My name is Mason Beaumont. I'm 31 now, living in a tiny apartment in Nashville. Most days, you'll find me with my camera, capturing the little moments people usually miss, the way the sunset peeks through old rooftops, a child's unfiltered smile, the quiet rustle of leaves. It's a simple life, free from judgment, from names and reputations. But simple doesn't mean easy. Not when you carry the Beaumont name. That name, man, it felt like a boulder pressed against my chest my whole life. I grew up in Franklin, Tennessee, about a 30-minute drive from where I am now. Our home wasn't just a house. It was this sprawling estate with towering white columns, a meticulously manicured garden that looked like it belonged in a painting. People called it the Beaumont legacy. 3 generations of my family had built an empire, not just of wealth, but of an almost untouchable reputation. My father, Harrison Beaumont, was the head of that empire. 58, and he still commanded a room without saying a word. Tall, silver hair, always perfect, those piercing eyes that could strip away any lie you dared to utter. He was a successful businessman, all right, turning our family fortune into a symbol of Southern prosperity. But to me, he was a king in his own kingdom, where every single breath we took had to follow his rules. Then there was my mother, Beatrice. 55, and elegance personified. Every gesture, no matter how small, was flawless, the way she'd lift a wine glass, the way she'd smile at a charity gala. She was stunning, like she'd stepped right out of a classical painting. But I always knew, that behind that perfect smile was a quiet fear. A fear of being forgotten, of disappointing my father, of cracking the perfect facade our family had so painstakingly built. She tried to keep everything running smoothly, but sometimes I'd catch a fleeting, lost look in her eyes, as if even she didn't know why she was living the life she was. And Lucia. My sister, my beautiful, vibrant Lucia. She was 25, the pride and joy of my parents. Golden hair that literally shone like sunlight, clear blue eyes, and a smile that could melt the hardest heart. They raised her to be the perfect Beaumont woman, intelligent, graceful, a head-turner. But beneath all that polish, Lucia didn't want to be a statue on display. She loved painting, the wild freedom of a brush on canvas, dreams she only dared to whisper to me late at night, when the rest of the house was finally asleep. Lucia, man, she was the only one in that cold house who made me feel a flicker of warmth, a genuine, true love amidst all the rigid formality. The Beaumonts were Franklin's elite. Every Sunday, we'd be at church, dressed in expensive clothes, smiling for the local newspaper cameras. We hosted charity events, sponsored cultural gatherings, hailed as the ideal Southern family. But behind those iron gates, nothing was perfect. Every meal was a ritual, conversations meticulously curated, as if one wrong word would bring the whole world crashing down. Watch the full story on my channel, link below. You won't believe what happened next.